Korean
to talk
Jesus
about.
anywhere.
I'm learning a lot
Right.
about
Korean
Korean
Jesus is the
Jesus.
goat.
Korean Jesus. Yes. Yes.
If you're
chat,
gonna worship a mythical Jesus, you might as well go with the better one.
Why would I pick the Jesus that gets no diffed by that Jesus?
Thank you. And
Yeah.
Mhm.
he'll
Chat.
probably sing to you.
No
Chat,
way.
you can weigh in. Who do you,
You can
think
have
is the
your
hottest
own
Jesus?
personal
Put it in
Genu.
chat.
I'm pretty sure
Your
Genu is
own
modeled
personal
after
Jesus.
Korean Jesus.
Honestly, I support that opinion. I'm right there with you. Yes.
Genu is Korean Jesus.
Mhm.
That's wild.
That's my new theory.
Mhm.
Hold on.
I support
Hold
this.
on.
Jen.
I like he was a good character. I liked when he
100%
went
behind
hee
it.
hee.
I mean, if the Korean
The
church,
fan came out. Oh God.
Listen,
if the
y'all
Korean
getting
church
heated
started
here.
going with that narrative, I feel like they'd probably get people. People would be signing up left
Yeah.
and right.
You know,
They
I
will.
don't think the Korean
But see,
church
the thing
has
is, there
much of a
is
problem
no-
getting
No.
people.
The thing
No,
is,
they
there
don't.
is no central Korean church, though. It
Yeah.
really just
I mean,
depends
that's
on
fair.
where you got on. So there's like Korean Catholics, there's Korean
Yeah, yeah.
Methodists, there's Korean.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah.
they all
Oh,
kind of
high
have.
school
the
was-
Vatican gets some of them.
My high school was next to one of them.
Mhm.
Nice, nice.
To a Korean
Yeah.
church?
Oh my god,
Yeah.
it's so fun.
Yep.
We do like karaoke and K-pop dances. It's nice.
Mhm. I mean, this was in
Mhm.
Fun
like
time.
2007.
They were doing K-pop dances. I
Should I-
guarantee you.
Okay.
Should
Yeah.
I listen to other
Yeah.
K-pop now that I've been inaugurated by a Netflix movie?
Yeah.
You should
Yes.
listen to Dreamweaver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dreamcatcher?
what they-
Dreamcatcher.
Okay,
You should listen
wait,
to
hold
Dreamcatcher.
on, back up, hold on. Are you listening to K-pop because you liked K-pop Demon Hunters?
That was the
JT,
initial.
how can you-
Okay,
PC.
because
Hold on,
no,
how can you be friends with
Well, I
Blair?
thought the music was good.
it is,
Yeah,
it is,
yeah.
no, it's a valid question because K-pop Demon Hunters K-pop soundtrack is more closely aligned to second generation K-pop than it is more
Mhm.
modern K-pop. So if
Okay.
you like K-pop
Mhm.
Demon Hunters K-pop music, then I would start with like second gen
Okay.
and
Mhm,
then work
mhm.
your way up to like BTS. But I would start with
Yeah.
like DBSQ and like
Personally, I'm not a BTS fan. Sorry, chat. They're fine. I like Stray Kids better.
I'm waiting for you.
like
I
Stray
thought there was
Kids
a
better.
but after that.
No.
However,
Like
My,
that,
roo-
but
my, roo-
I
my
I
roommate's
go
going
back
to a
and I
Stray Kids
listen to
concert right
second
now.
gen.
Stray
like,
Kids is
I like
great.
second gen better, but I do like Stray Kids a
I'm
lot.
so hold
So
on. They're called
DBSQ?
Straight Kids.
Stray.
Stray.
Oh,
Stray.
okay.
S-T-R-A-Y.
Their
No,
fans
K-pop
are,
is very queer, please.
And
Yeah.
nothing straight about those kids.
My
They just
bad.
don't know it.
Right?
They deny it.
there is a
They
lot
really
of
do.
there is a lot of just boys being like friendly and like
Well, that's
affectionate
common.
with each other. I know.
That's
I'm
just,
just I'm,
yeah.
I'm just saying it from a level of like getting away from hyper machismo.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
do get away from
Mhm.
it. So
They-
No, they kiss the homies. They kiss the
Yeah.
homies.
They did.
Good night.
That's
They
just
did.
like no
Homies.
big deal, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also,
And it shouldn't be.
that's because everybody's a little bit secretly gay.
Sure. Sure.
So,
I mean, that's just Korean Jesus for you.
right.
that's
Well,
the
like,
magic of Korean
yeah.
Jesus.
That's the magic of Korean Jesus.
Exactly. That's what you gotta
Absolutely.
do.
You should listen to Dreamcatcher, JT.
Yes,
Dreamcatcher
you
is
should.
great.
Okay.
Yeah, you should.
Listen, I'm open. I'll take
JT, I
whatever
can't
you
believe
got.
you're friends with Blair and haven't gone down the rabbit hole of Blair recommending K-pop to us multiple times.
That's because my rapport with Blair is I bully her and she gets mad at me about it.
Well, maybe stop bullying your friends.
No,
Yeah.
I won't.
Yeah, JT.
Hey, speaking of bullying your friends, let's play this game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's basement goo I got beef with,
Oh my
Will.
goodness. A segue.
Basement goo.
That's my new friend. You can't be mean to it.
I'm gonna
Segue
eat
for
basement
the
goo and be the
ages.
superior goo. This is the way of things.
Superior
This is
goo.
the way.
Cass got some lore drops. I will say,
I did.
Cass got some DM lore drops.
I did. I have thoughts about them.
Sick. All right, cool. Well, hello everybody. Hi, we're live. Almost an hour late, but we're here. And not all of that was my fault. We were talking about K-pop for a while. But
And
hi,
Korean
hello.
Jesus.
And Korean Jesus. This
And
is
Korean
God Complex. This is God Complex on Entropy Emporium. Here's
Oh.
Entropy.
My engine should have been Korean Jesus.
This is my emporium.
Huh?
We're
Your
doing the
engine?
thing. Yeah, your engine should have been
Oh,
Korean Jesus.
were you trying to segue into me
That's
doing stuff?
blasphemous.
Yes,
Too far. Can't be riding around in a half-dead Korean Jesus.
You can't be inside. Never mind.
No.
JT, take it away.
As Will said, I'm Entropy. This is my Emporium because it's technically my channel. It runs itself at this point. I don't really do anything horrendously important aside from the announcements, which include the 2 wonderful links in the description now that I don't have to copy and paste them every time because I forget every time. There's a Tiltify link for the PCRF. Shit's bad, guys. Donate if you can. We don't need subs. I have all the desire in the world to keep that going. We're gonna re-up it probably because Tiltify said it's been open for too long. So when that closes in a week, I'll just do a new one, and that will be the link. And to a less important extent, there's also a Discord link down there now. It should be forever and eternal if you would like to come join us and nerd out about stuff. We have a lot of cool people hanging around, and they are all very feral, and I'm sure would appreciate the fellow ferality. That's all that I got for now. I will talk more about the big thing coming this weekend at the end of the stream. It's very cool. It's very cool. So I'll toss it back to Will.
This is very cool. Hello, hi. This is God Complex. This is a Girl by Moonlight game about making the corpses of dead gods into mech suits and fighting space kaiju. Knew I was forgetting something. It's not episode 11. It's episode 12. Into the breach. There we go. Cool.
Where are you
You saw
typing
nothing. Onto the stream overlay.
Oh.
Yeah, it was still on episode 11. Hi, hello. Yeah, this is God Complex. You heard me say the thing. My name is Will. I'm your storyteller for this game, and we're going to go into our intros now. We are unfortunately without Izzy tonight, but we will soldier on, and they will be back when they can be. But yeah, Cass, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Cass, also known as Yoda Almighty. I was just going back and rereading those DMs where I got lore and forgot that you came up with the word Grinjin.
Giving it away. You're giving away all the secrets. Don't say that.
I said nothing. That is a completely out of context nonsense word, sir. I am playing Troyan Moat, also known as Alki Troy, also known as Ati. There's a lot going on in that brain. And yeah, I use she, they pronouns. They use she, they pronouns. Call sign is Ati because Ati doesn't answer to anything but Ati. So yeah,
That's true.
I got problems. I got problems I gotta work out. We're fine.
And without Tolu, JT.
Hi, I'm JT. You met me at the top of the stream. I am playing someone who is no longer my saddest character. I'm playing Cogs, call sign Carmente, pilot of the mech Antivorta.
God, that says more about your other character than it does about Cogs.
Right.
They are not doing well. They are doing bad.
Dang.
If you hear a cat in the background, that's my cat Tater. He's not playing any character.
He's a bit of a character himself.
That's true.
Where are we?
All right. Logan.
Hello all, my name is Logan, also known as Hollow Orange. That's where you can catch me on the internet in most places, and if I'm not there, then you're at the wrong place. I am going to be playing Chief, call sign Cypher, and both of us use he, him pronouns.
And Jen.
It's me. Hi, I'm Jen /Youngles. I'm just doing a live tweet because I didn't do one yet because I'm a slacker. I play Grace, who's fine and absolutely not a problem, and uses she, they pronouns.
Hell yeah. And that is our crew of engine pilots, engine operators, as you will. And when we left off last time, we had just finished our downtime and obligation phases. Hey, which means that now we are moving on to the missions. And that is up to y'all. You get to pick. We are tier 2. And that means that you can pick from tier 1 missions or tier 2 missions. You can all get the tier 3, but when you do that, season ends, and I think you have to maybe roll something in order to do it. You started a disadvantaged position. I don't remember, but basically, it's probably not a good idea right now. So yeah, what kind of mission are we feeling, gang?
Might I posit to the group, the only thing we haven't done, I think, properly since episode 1 is defend the last bastion.
That is true.
Do we want to do that though?
I don't know. Do we? I just threw it out there.
Just asking.
Logan has.
Could be fun. Yeah, Logan has a thing.
Logan has a thing.
How's a thing?
Oh, dogs barking. Gotcha.
No.
Logan is a vote for defending.
Yeah, so I'll even read through them. So we have Defend the Last Bastion and Explore the Ruined World in the first mission tier. When you explore the ruined world, you're doing like an exploratory mission. You're not necessarily even going to be fighting anything. Although last time you did an exploratory mission, that was when you ran into the Butcher Angel. So it's not a promise necessarily. You can also hunt a Leviathan, which is where you go out and you pursue a Leviathan instead of waiting for one to come to you and attack you. Or you can recover a fallen engine, where you make a mission to secure an engine that was thought to be lost. And if you're successful, you get to create a new one to add to Hangar. I think right now, checking, you have room for 2 more engines, technically. Before you have to start. Oh, actually, no, sorry. You are full up. You can unlock 2 more slots for engines via upgrading the flagship. But as of right now, those are your options. You can still recover the fallen engine. You would just have to either swap one out for it, which could be Kiernanos, since you don't exactly have access to that one right now, since that's now Toby King's engine.
Can we just
can
punt
swap that one
Toby
out.
into space?
I'm
I
done.
don't see that on the mission options here. Punt
We
other
hunt a
operator into
Leviathan, but the
space.
Leviathan is Kiernanos.
Oh gosh.
Is Kiernanos?
I mean,
With
I
Toby
did
inside.
offer to get Toby out of it by pumping goo into it. I mean, it's a thing that can be done.
I mean, there are some clocks going. There are some projects that are happening
There are some
involving
projects
Toby.
going.
But yeah,
My instinct is. So okay, wait. What? Cogs doesn't have any machine right now.
Cogs has an engine. Antivorta is working.
Antivorta
Okay.
is operational.
Why did I
Yeah,
think
I
something else?
fixed
Kurnos is what I was
so.
thinking. I got
Yeah,
names
yeah.
mixed up. Excuse me.
Yeah.
You're good.
I don't know. I think recovering a fallen engine could be fun. I think hunting a Leviathan would be like active, and I like that idea. But also like defending,
Same.
like you said, we've only done that once. So
I have a personal preference for hunting for recovering a fallen engine, but I don't want to
I like
influence
recover
anything
a
too
fallen
much.
engine. I like new parts.
I think that's fun.
do we want
Are
to?
we all on board with that?
I'm down for whatever. I don't care. I do not care what we do.
Okay. All right. Well then, sounds like we're all on board with recover a fallen engine. So let's do that. Which means that where we are going to begin, is in your mission theater, essentially. The room on the Delphi, your flagship, where you all are summoned as engine operators before a mission, and given basically the lowdown on what your mission is going to be. You're given your parameters, any additional orders or secondary objectives you may get, and yeah, sometimes there are even like visual aids and things like that. And so, as you are all gathered, I think you would probably notice that Tolu is not among your numbers, not with you, but with yeah, when you arrive at the Mission Theater and you kind of like take your seats spread out across it, in addition to Tolu not being there, the other thing that you would notice is that I think you would all, okay, yeah, no, you would be familiar with her, but normally when you've come here for the Mission Theater, Admiral Swanson has been waiting here to give you your mission parameters, give you your assignment. Today when you walk in, there is a woman standing there in front of the room waiting for you, kind of in a loose attention stance, her hands kind of clasped loosely behind her back. She's wearing a big coat with some like stripes and decorations on it, a big like gray silver coat with some like black stripes and decorations along the breasts and the shoulders. And you would all know the chain of command well enough to know that like the ones that Admiral Swanson has they indicate his rank as Admiral, and the ones that this woman has indicate her rank as Vice Admiral. And you would all be familiar with Vice Admiral Tifa Maru. Not sure how many of you are aware of this being Chief's ex-wife or ex-partner. Did we ever decide?
Wife.
Yeah. Yep.
Were they married when I was around the first time?
I don't think they were married.
No,
probably.
not
They
that
were
much.
together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, let's call it like it was probably more of a courtship at that point.
I think Cogs is
So-
probably aware, safe to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. From there are probably some timelines where they're still together. Oh no.
Oh no.
Do I know her?
You would know her because your dad is like up there. He's not
Okay.
technically in the
Mhm.
military chain of command, but he is an important
Yeah.
dude.
Okay.
So you know who she is. I definitely know her because for the past like, I don't remember how long it's been, but for the last like 6 months to a year, or however long, your dad has been gone out in the fleet trying to treat the plague that's been building. The Vice Admiral was with him.
Okay.
So they showed back up together. When your dad got back, she also got back.
Grace's dad and Maru together?
I have a stepmom.
No. Yeah, as
Okay.
far as
Just
you
had to
know,
ask.
no. Grace does have a stepmom.
Okay. I remember
So,
there was a stepmom. I didn't know if it was
yeah,
this.
Yes. No. It's not that entangled. Okay. So yeah, she is standing there, loose attention, waiting for you. You come in and you take your seats. Are any of you saying anything, commenting on the fact that she's here instead of Admiral Swanson, or are you just going
Troyan
with
just looks at Chief like,
Don't say anything. Just sit down.
Vice Admiral, you just got back. Swanson's already got you doing his laundry for him?
The Admiral is a busy man, operator. I was happy to take mission briefings off his plate.
Never too busy for us.
Not usually.
You'd be surprised.
Vice Admiral.
Now that I have returned, certain responsibilities will be returning to me.
What can we
Is that
do for
going
you,
to be a
Vice
problem
Admiral?
for anyone?
No, it's not a problem. What can we do for you? I want to move on.
Excellent. Glad to hear it. We've detected a spark ping, which, as you all know, means that there is an engine somewhere out there floating, or at the very least, a body, an asset that could be recovered and potentially converted. Our belief is that it's an engine, although of course we can't know which one or how it got there. Or she kind of pauses here a little bit ominously. Who made it?
Speaking of, Reed isn't here.
Is that a problem?
Could be.
I'm not here to play guessing games, operator.
I
What's the
don't-
problem?
It would be beneficial to my ability to pilot effectively to have Reed with me at this time.
Operator, are you telling me now, before a mission, that you can't operate your engine without Reed?
No, I did not say that.
But you are saying you are unwilling?
No, didn't say that either.
I'm unwilling.
Said, well, Cogs is unwilling. I heavily implied that it would be better if he was here.
I don't care for implications, so if it's going to be a problem that he's not, I'm going to need you to tell me that.
It's going to be a problem if he's not there. I don't know how much of a problem, but it's going to be one.
Understood? I will make sure that he is present in the hangar when you get there to board your engines. You'll have to fill him in.
Okay.
Vice Admiral, do you have coordinates? Do you have resources? Where are we going in blind? Have we ever been to where these are from?
We have coordinates for the entry point.
Entry point? What do you mean by entry
You're
point?
sending us into the abyss.
There's a breach.
Fucking knew it. Okay, so send us to hell and back again. I gotcha.
It usually doesn't happen till much later.
What's the number at, Cogs?
This particular instance would be 333. Maybe it's lucky.
How many of those do we come back within a reasonable time frame?
Define reasonable.
A year.
That's not reasonable. A year
That's
is not
reasonable.
reasonable.
Here? What do you mean?
Opens their notebook and flips through it. About 25% of those.
Oh,
That's
that's fine.
okay. You're not gonna
Six-
fuck my team over.
Is that why
You-
Swanson's not here?
Like I said, the Admiral is not present because he is busy. He has the entire well-being of the Citadel fleet to attend to.
He doesn't want to get punched.
Chief wouldn't do that.
Yeah, he would.
Chief would absolutely do that.
I'm in a very
It's
punchy
hard.
mood
Just
right
trying
now.
to save face for Chief a
I-
little bit.
Myself
With her,
and all
she
other members
knows.
of command have the utmost faith in you.
That
Thanks, Tifa.
that is. Listen. What is going on? Is this some kind of revenge thing? Is this some kind of petty bullshit?
Chief,
No.
Chief. No, it's not.
We constantly get ourselves beaten up and shoot out. And look who they send to fucking tell me to send my team to the breach. My ex-wife. What the fuck is this? Be honest
the
with
job.
me, Tifa. No, be honest. This isn't the job. Swanson could have sent anyone. Didn't have to send you.
463.
What you are describing as being chewed up and spat out is the job. operator. It's what you signed up for. It's what you agreed to when your engine chose you.
I recall retiring and someone coming to me on their hands and knees asking, please help us.
Damn, Tifa. Hands and knees?
Friend,
14.
And the fleet thanks you for your service.
when's the mission?
Get you as close as we are able to. The breach has been open, we estimate, for at least a few cycles at this point. We don't anticipate it collapsing. It appears to be stable on all of our instruments. That being said, recommend getting in and out as fast as you can for that reason and for other reasons as well. If you get stuck, we're sending you with a charge so that you can open a way back if you have to. But I'm sure I don't have to tell you how unstable those are and how dangerous of a prospect that is. So if you can avoid it, that would be my recommendation.
I'll carry it.
Question. When did this breach open up thereabouts?
We came across it recently, less than a cycle ago, but according to our readings, it had already been open for several.
Well, according to those readings, did it open pretty close to after I ripped Reed away from the Butcher Angel?
No, and the fleet is always moving, so you're pretty
Okay.
far away at this point from where that happened, the dead planet where you did that.
Just checking.
Yeah, no, it's a reasonable question.
Yeah.
I mean, this happens sometimes. It's not unprecedented. It's also not unprecedented for operators to be sent into Tartarus. That's like one of the main things that you're good for, is that your engines can survive those conditions much longer than any of the fleet's vessels can.
Do I have time to make a pit stop before we disembark?
I suppose that depends.
I don't know how long it's going to take. Maybe at most 30 minutes.
Understood. What is it?
I can't tell you.
Cogs,
I can't.
write it down in the notebook and show me.
It's above board for you two.
No. We're going into where I spent
I'm gonna
many
go talk
thousands
to
of
Odin about
years,
something.
and I got out of there, and I don't want to spend any more time.
I'm gonna go talk to Odin about something.
Thank you.
I suppose, if it is absolutely necessary.
It couldn't be more.
Understood. Then yes, there can be time. We'll have to retrieve Operator Wyatt anyway.
Operator who?
Sorry, Reed's last name is Wyatt.
Okay.
I was like, wait a second.
I know, it's crazy. His last name.
I legitimately thought
I
Reed was
thought
his last
Reed
name.
was his last name.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
I
That's
thought it
interesting.
was like a one name situation.
Yeah,
no,
like,
he was like-
it's
he
the
was like
military.
your-
Everybody's referred to by surname. Like,
He
we're
was
the
like your-
weirdos.
No. He was like your cool teacher that tells you to call him by his first name.
No.
What a cool teacher he was.
Now I'm his school teacher, I guess.
Relevant to our conversation from before the stream, I do feel like Reed has like youth pastor energy. I feel like he has like
He
cool youth pastor
does.
energy.
And I'm literally corrupting him.
Yeah, it's okay. He likes it.
This all this time.
Oh.
Amazing. All right, cool. So, yeah, that's it. She says. Any other questions?
we're gonna be down an engine for this, so do we get somebody else assigned to us?
The decision to not include call sign Bumblebee was an intentional one. In the conditions of Tartarus, we believe she would be more of a detriment than an asset.
We're working on it.
Can we
Should
have
be fun.
Toby?
Ooh, can we have Kernanos?
No.
Yes,
we don't
yes,
need,
yes, yes,
we
yes,
don't
yes,
need
yes,
that boy on
yes.
the team. We can handle this. It's just a recovery mission. We're getting in, we're getting out. That's all I care about.
Okay, I'm sorry, Chief.
Don't be sorry. It's fine. We just don't need.
The point is moot. Gorgon Wing is otherwise engaged.
With what?
They must also be in there.
You have your mission, operator.
Come
You don't need to worry
on,
about
Tifa.
anyone else's.
Didn't used to be such a stick in the mud.
Swanson would tell us.
Swanson would not tell us.
Why can't... Come on. That was like a classic layup.
Yeah,
You
and
couldn't...
No.
I'm glad that you are all feeling so lighthearted.
That's the word for it, sure. We're fine.
Listen, I understand that missions into Tartarus are weighty. For some of you more than others. If we had other options, I would prefer if we had other options. However, the reality of the situation that we are in is what it is. And I wouldn't entrust this mission to any other wing.
Well, unless there's anything else, are we dismissed?
You are.
Okay, let's get out of here. Get to the hangar. Go find Reed.
I'll meet you there.
Okay.
Chief, assuming for drama's sake that you are the last one out of the room.
Oh, fun.
Yes.
She would kind of, from the front of the room where she's like sort of gathering the data pad and like closing things out, and she's very absorbed in whatever she's doing on the data pad so she doesn't look up. But she calls out to you. She says, Roswell?
Tifa?
Just come back.
I always do.
Dismissed.
And you see Chief straight back salutes. Yes, ma'am.
Obsessed. Gagged.
Ship
Incredible.
it.
You
Yeah.
know they have great hate sex.
Oh, absolutely,
Whoa.
yes.
Oh yeah. I think you find Troyan in the hallway like like I heard that.
Troyan, this might have been your first like time finding out even that Tifa is the Vice Admiral. When you
Yeah.
left, Tifa was probably like more of a loose cannon than Chief was, like kind of just
Yeah.
a hotshot like engine operator.
No
Yeah.
one could be a
I think
looser cannon
the-
than our chief.
Yeah, the immediate like, oh, you got bars on those shoulders now, girl. Okay, I called that 30 years ago.
Cool. Yeah. All right. So you're splitting up to go to the action. Cogs, you're going to find Odin.
Can
Yes.
can I stop Cogs and say, can I tag along to this meeting, or am I not allowed to go?
You cannot. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it more than I already have. You'll find out. It's a surprise. It's a fun surprise.
Cogs,
Troyan?
I don't like the words fun surprises when we're going anywhere near the breach. So
I will explain on the way once we are out of communication shot of
they monitor our
They're
communication.
not gonna monitor us in the breach. Come on now.
Do you know how wired up my cockpit is?
It's a time-dilated space. It's not... If they did monitor our communications, they would either get it eons ago or eons later. It's not gonna matter.
Generally speaking, your comms are cut off when you're in the breach. That's one of the reasons why they couldn't find you. Trying.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Time-dilated spaces are our friend when it comes to me sharing fun surprises.
Fine.
Says the time
As
traveler.
soon as we cross over, I want full answers.
I will.
Is anybody else doing anything pre-mission, or is it just Cogs talking to Odin?
I just need to talk to Reed.
Yeah, Reed is going to meet you in the hangar. Okay, Cogs, where are you going to find Odin?
I think Cogs is just gonna clamber around the vents where they know Odin hangs out.
Okay. I mean, I think, yeah, that's a little tricky because I think like I don't know that you've ever really found Odin. Like when he was, I think you found him once when he was like talking to Reed in his containment. But like he took you down to the like sub levels of the Delphi where the basement goo is, as I guess we're calling it for now. And that was like tight security.
This is why I said upwards of 30 minutes. Cogs is gonna go find that like zone that Odin took them to and is going to poke and prod at any security member there until he shows up.
Yeah, I mean, I think when you get there absolutely are two men flanking, that locked that doorway with the red light overhead, the hangar that has been like cleared out and repurposed, and they are not wearing military uniforms. They are wearing those like black jumpsuits that have the eye logo monogrammed onto them, that like what Odin wears, which lets you know that they are members of IRIS, the Internal Review and Investigation Subdivision that Odin runs.
I gotta get me one of them jackets. Yeah, Cogs is just gonna stroll up and not try to enter, but ask them to go in.
You aren't cleared, operator.
I was cleared when Odin brought me.
You were with Odin.
I'd like to be with Odin again. I assume he's down there.
We cannot confirm or deny that, but either way, unaccompanied, you can't go in.
I just need another piece.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Odin would know what I'm talking about.
They kind of look at each other, and one of them, the one that seems to be doing all the talking, says, "Is this critical?"
It is more critical than I could possibly impress upon you. It is not only operator business, it's Odin business.
They trade another look. The one that's talking kind of rolls his eyes and says, "Wait here." And then the light turns green. He walks in, and you're left alone with the one that's not saying anything, just kind of staring straight ahead.
Did you guys come up with the talk man, silent man routine before?
There's no response.
Do all pairs of guards have a talk man and a silent man?
After about a minute or so, the door opens and the one guard returns, but also followed by Odin, who has like a rag in his hands and is like cleaning off his hands as he steps out. The sleeves on his uniform are rolled up to like mid forearm.
Hello.
Operator, I was told that you had something important to discuss with me.
Yes, I have an opportunity regarding the stuff.
Why don't we take a walk?
Cogs will follow wherever he goes.
Cool, yeah, you're just gonna walk away from the hangar.
They are sending us on a mission into the breach.
I'm aware.
Given what we understand of the nature of this stuff, I thought it might be pertinent to bring a sample.
And why is that?
Well, I mean, a natural predator of the Leviathans. What do? You let a parasite loose on them.
I see. We don't know exactly what that would do or accomplish.
We know that it injured a Leviathan. We found it in that Leviathan after we killed it and brought it back.
We know that it injured a Leviathan, but we don't know if that was its intent or a side effect.
A parasite wouldn't want to kill its host, only weaken it so that its immune system cannot fight off whatever it is imploring upon it.
A parasite might not want to kill its host, but a parasite would take control of a host, potentially. And we don't understand what it is that they want, or what the extent of their ability to exert control is, what they can infect, who they can infect, and what their goal is. We could end up with a situation far worse than the one that we're already in.
We could also end up with a situation far better.
Are you saying you know something? That there's a future or a timeline?
No, I've never had access to this going into the breach for this mission.
Well, you'll understand if I'd rather not risk it on my timeline.
I'm just saying, given the limited amount of access we have to Leviathans that we can test this on, I would prefer you do this instead of test it on my friend. That's all. And I don't think there's any better opportunity, given that this breach is close. It is recently open and has been open for a few cycles, according to the Vice Admiral. We need a Hail Mary. I'm offering you one. Sometimes we drop the ball. But the whole point is that we make do.
So you're proposing what? That I give you a sample, and if you encounter a Leviathan, you'll launch it?
I was going to let this stuff loose in the breach generally. But I imagine we're going to encounter a Leviathan. That's kind of where they live.
It came out of Tartarus, you understand.
So, lots of things
So
come out of
presumably,
Tartarus.
My point is that taking it into Tartarus and setting it loose might not have the effect that you think it's going to have, this stuff. It's from there, whether it's native or not, who can say? We know the Leviathans aren't. We don't know where this stuff came from.
Well,
I don't disagree with your point about only having the one Leviathan to test it on. And if you were to encounter a Leviathan and you wanted to attempt to infect that creature with this, I could support that.
so that's yes. What if I promise to only inject it into a Leviathan and not just dump it out in the breach?
It's calculated risk. You understand.
I make calculated risks all the time. It's my number one hobby.
Then if we can agree on the importance of this mission and the continuation of the research, I'll give you a sample. I'll even equip you with the means to inject it into one of the Leviathans. However, we would need reassurance that that's going to take place.
You want like a camera? Because we
No.
record.
No, operator. You'd need to call one.
Call a Leviathan.
It's not enough that you might run into one while you're in the breach.
How do I do that? You got like a worm fork that I can strike on the ground, or?
Well, as you know, when you're operating in Tartarus, you want to keep your systems running low, the spark stifled, contained, lest to draw unwanted attention. You push things just a tiny bit, just a little over the top. I'm confident one will find you and your team.
Oh, that's easy. Antivorta does what she wants.
Then it won't be an issue.
I'm going to tell him once through the breach. I'd like to be clear about that to you, at least. Show of good faith and all that.
I'm afraid that's out of the question. Too many variables, too many problems, too much noise that they could raise when they get back. You, Cogs, you have vision. You understand what's at stake here, what sacrifices are necessary. The rest of your wing, Chief especially, they're sentimental. I've made a calculated risk sharing what's happening here with you, because I believe that you understand what's at stake. But it has to stay between you and me.
Can you assure me that nothing will happen to my team if we, say, lose the spark in the process?
What do you mean, lose the spark?
We're being sent in to retrieve a
Lose the engine, I hear what
Yes.
you're saying. I'm sure you'll do your best. You can hardly be held accountable for a wild Leviathan attack.
I can hardly be held accountable for anything.
I'm referring to the entirety of your wing.
Oh, I know.
Who could have anticipated one of those creatures showing up out of nowhere? You
You've
return
made your
without the
point.
engine, you'll have done your best.
I will not tell them that I'm going to call a Leviathan.
I knew I could count on you.
We'll see. You keep this stuff coming, maybe.
I'll have the injection device sent down to the hangar and equipped to your engine.
Thank you very much. I need to go show up, or my team's going to think that I'm taking too long. And they're going to get mad at me for going over my 30-minute projection.
Cogs, you know it's going to happen eventually.
Going over my 30-minute projection?
They're going to figure out what it is that you're doing, what it is that we're doing.
Well, unlike your team with the very cool logo, my team trusts me. Inherently. They will
And
believe...
I'm sure that that's true for now. What I'm trying to get you to understand is that that's going to change. And I want to make sure that you know that when they find out that you're working with me, what it is we're doing here, even though it's important, even though it's necessary, if the human race is going to have any chance of surviving, they're not going to trust you anymore. They're not going to be your friends. That doesn't mean this isn't necessary.
My only goal is to make sure that they get to be free. I don't care if they trust me after, as long as they get to be free. But that means free of having people to not trust above them. I will do what I need to do. And if I get taken out in the process of that sort of social freedom, then it's fine by me. As long as they get to be free. And that includes Troyan. I don't care what you and your people think of her. She's human.
I don't disagree.
Please don't diablerize any more of her guards.
Not sure what you're referring to.
No, you never were.
Just grateful that she got herself under control. And that there hasn't been another incident since.
We don't have to keep having these conversations where you vaguely threaten my friends. We can have just like a little bit of trusted understanding here. Like the first part I get, not telling them, fine, but come on. You gotta work on your people skills.
Trying to save what remains of humanity.
A doctor still needs a bedside manner.
And I won't let anything get in the way of that.
We agree. I'm gonna go now before they get suspicious that I'm up to something. Like talking to you.
Well, good luck out there, operator.
Odinson.
You leave and head back to the hangar, it sounds like. Cool. Yeah, when the rest of you arrive, the other three of you arrive, I think you see, as you walk in, two ensigns standing, like, kind of flanking Reed, who looks about as bad as he has since you brought him back. It's hard to tell if he's improving, but he at least seems a little more stable, a little less sweaty, but he's still kind of, is matching Troyan's, like, kind of chalky skin tone and sunken eyes, and just generally looks kind of unhealthy.
Dead? You can say dead.
I mean, a little bit, maybe. Yeah.
Because neither of us are technically alive.
Technically. But yeah, he's just sort of standing there looking a little confused, eyes kind of like moving around when he sees you, the three of you approaching. He maybe relaxes a little bit, but he clearly hasn't really talked to the Chief or Grace since he came back. So he looks almost a little embarrassed to be seen like this, almost a little embarrassed to be like in his own skin. But as you approach, he gives you a sort of a weak little, almost sarcastic salute. Says, "Operators?"
That looked like it hurt, Will.
Nah, just a dad sneeze.
I think Chief will approach Reed, kind of do a once over of him. Well, they fucked you over, huh?
Kind of hard to say, I guess. I'm walking. I'm talking.
Troyan insists that you fly with us today. Are you going to be able to do that?
He gives you a look, Troyan, like a very sort of direct, eyebrow-raised look, and says, "Yeah, I have a couple questions about that myself."
I trust you if Troyan trusts you. So have a little bit more faith in yourself, okay?
Yeah. We'll do, Commander.
Listen. I'm trying to make it so I can retire someday, so you need to get your ass in gear.
If something tells me they're not going to be putting me back in command anytime soon.
Okay. Everyone get your engines ready. I'm gonna go wait in A&W.
Grace, you got tots.
Always.
Will you give that man some dots, please? And I point at Reed.
I think Grace will reach into their pocket and then like wait for Reed to hold out his hand, like motion for you to hold out your hand. And then as Grace puts a handful of probably very mushy, probably kind of dry, like they've been in there for a while. We had a mission briefing, and I hand them to you. And then like while kind of everybody's busy, we'll look over, probably up because he's probably taller, but look up and be like, be like, it's okay if you're scared. We're all scared. They're just not going to show it to you. Okay?
Grace, when you hand him the tots and he'll hold out his hand and he'll take them, and you say that to him, and his expression is kind of unreadable, but when you start to turn away, he kind of like lightly grabs your wrist, not hard, but just like holds your wrist so that you can't like walk away, and he kind of like pulls you just slightly so that you like turn to look back at him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's kind of looking down at you with his like his sort of, you know, very dark eyes, sunken eyes, and he's just sort of like looking directly into yours really intently for like a few seconds, and then very quietly, so that like no one else can hear, he says, "So you're still you."
And I think Grace like kind of looks confused and kind of like pulls back a little bit, brushes himself off and is like, yeah, of course I'd be. Have a good, I'll see you out there, and like just kind of like walks towards Duncan.
Yeah, he says, "It's good," and then he kind of turns away and says to Troyan, like calls out to Troyan a little bit, says, "So are we doing this or what?"
Yeah, come here.
Walk over.
We're gonna have a little chat first.
And I will say that around this point, I think you would all probably notice, but I think Chief, you especially would notice people in those black uniforms bring in something, like some kind of like crate with equipment in it clearly, and they start moving over towards Antivorta and like gather around. They seem to be like attaching something to Antivorta's like right arm.
Do I know what it is, or can I kind of like, I guess, can I use the perceive
going to ask
action?
a very similar thing, because I can technically, I guess we've kind of established, sense the goo.
Ooh, okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, we're not even really in the mission phase. Well, yeah, we could say we're in the mission phase. We haven't done our engagement roll yet, but we'll just do things a little bit out of order. So yeah, if you both want to pick an action and roll, I'm down.
I want to perceive.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm technically, so just a reminder, because it's been a while, I'm still eclipsed.
Yep.
Because I'm eclipsed, my transcendence has also not ended, by the way.
Yeah.
So this
So
will
you
be
have
one of my
three-
transcendent actions.
Yeah, you have 3 dice. You can roll your transcendent action.
I got a 6, a 5, and a 6.
It's a crit.
Damn.
So then, yeah, I
Damn.
think what I'm going to say is that you designed this device, but it's been modified, for sure. I think at various points you've tested a lot of weapons and
Mhm.
things over the years that you've been operating as an engine. There is a metal that is one of the things that came out of Tartarus that makes it possible for the engines to hurt the Leviathans. It's called Elysium. It's a metallic compound, like a what's the word that I'm looking for? Like when you have
Alloy?
an ore. Yeah, an alloy. Thank you. Alloy, yes. So it's a metal, comes in all different like colors, shapes, whatever. That was basically what the gods, quote unquote, used, and it can hurt the Leviathans. And at one point there was a theory that if you could maybe like inject it in a liquid form into a Leviathan, it might potentially poison them or kill them or something like that. You actually designed an injection device that could be worn by an engine to do that, and it didn't work. But
Okay.
you recognize your handiwork. This is that same injection device.
Chief doesn't say anything, just like recognizing it. But just a mental note that Cogs is going to get a call very
Mhm.
soon.
Mm-hmm.
Troyan, did you want to roll something?
I don't know what to roll.
I think you could make a case for
Instincts.
perceive. I think you could
Yeah. Not
analyze,
transcendent, though,
maybe.
yeah. Try to be rolling just flat, really.
Yeah, just 2d6 with the lowest.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't really have anything to lose.
I don't. Let's fuck it. Let's go. Okay, well, I rolled double fives, so that works.
Okay, so yeah, that's a 5. It's mixed. I think that for you, yeah, I think you can feel almost an absence.
Mm,
Like you don't feel the goo,
mm-hmm.
but you also don't really like feel or sense like anything. Like maybe it's being concealed with that express purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you don't know what the deal with that thing is, but it feels weird, essentially.
Yeah. Do both Reed and I both just like start to talk and go? Like,
I
What
don't
was
think
that?
Reed. I don't think Reed has like been doing
There
this
yet?
long enough. Yeah, like
Okay.
like Reed is just looking at like I think you do it, and Reed is like, what's going on?
not important right now. You're coming with me because I did a little too much saving your life, and I am concerned that if I get into that cockpit, I'm not going to come back from the breach without your help. You can say no, you can go back.
So okay, hold on. What you're saying is that it's actually worse than we thought.
Yes.
So when you saved me from that thing, when you pulled me out of that thing, and you forced it out of me and put whatever is in you into me, there's like a finite amount.
Well, you know how sparks recharge?
You're saying
There's
that
a
if
finite amount, and I haven't recharged because we haven't eaten. So
you're saying that if you get in that thing without me, you're only half as strong.
yes. We're going after an engine. Ideally, we get the engine, and Leviathan comes after us. And don't get squeamish on me, but we both take a bite. And you are theoretically strong enough to resist the control. Remain yourself afterwards. Takes practice. I'll be right there. The other three will kill you if you try to eat us.
Yeah, but then we'd have 2 engines that are half as strong as a regular one.
Not necessarily. If you take over that engine, you could ostensibly separate completely from me and Ati.
But
Be your own man.
I'd need my own whatever this is, and he points to like the mass that's kind of swirling over Ati.
No. Well,
Pretty sure that's how it works, boss. I think we're stuck together until...
yeah. I'm trying. No one deserves to be tied to me like this, okay? Don't be fine.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not letting you go out there at half strength and die, so... Let's do this.
Oh, yeah. And she just like puts a hand on the back of his neck, like, you know, an affectionate, like, let's just fucking go. Like,
He kind of like resists for a second and just like he closes his eyes, and without opening them, he says, the thing, Butcher Angel, all that it wanted was just to kill everything.
you get used to that.
Is that what yours is like?
Ati's pure chaos. I want to do everything all the time.
I might be better. I think that thing that I was in me. I think that was pure evil.
Yeah. Glad I got you out of it then.
Okay. He will like walk towards Ati and let it slurp him up.
There's no slurping.
Okay. All right.
We climb ladders like everyone
Okay,
else.
All right. Yeah. I think when you get inside, it's clear that like Ati has kind of already figured out what needs to happen here, because it is.
Yeah.
It's been the cockpit's been adjusted so that you can both.
Yeah.
Be in there. You both fit.
Yeah. It's no longer an Iron Widow situation where I'm like holding him. We're now sitting next to each other.
Right. Yes. Exactly. Maybe there's like even sort of a tiered situation where like one of you is kind of like a little bit farther back, a little bit above, and the other one is sort of like in front.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. Very cool. And yeah, Cogs, I think that's around when you arrive, probably. When you show up and are ready to get into Antivorta. Chief, it sounded like you were waiting until you're on the mission.
Yeah.
Then let's go ahead and do our engagement roll to see how your starting position is when we jump into the action. You start with 1 die, and someone's going to have to roll this. Traditionally, it's been Chief, but it can be someone else if we want to. You start with 1 die because there's always hope. Is this mission particularly heroic or noble? Kind of. This is very dangerous. There is a not zero chance that you are gonna die.
I think recovering an engine is in its own way a form of like heroism, you know?
Yeah, I would say so. However, the other question is, does the mission's goal or methods reflect the worst parts of the protagonist? And I kind of feel like Cogs cancels out.
It reflects the best parts of Cogs. What do you mean?
I think we're breaking even on that one because you kind of have conflicting goals on this mission.
Can I argue that Cogs both gives a dice to us and takes a dice away, and therefore cancels himself out?
Yeah, that's what's happening mechanically.
Well, I think you all get a die because this is kind of heroic, and then you lose a die because Cogs is not being heroic.
But consider Cogs gives us like an extra heroic die because doing something.
No, I don't think that's what's happening here.
I can't have one for meaning well.
I don't think that's what's happening here.
Look, I gotta try.
However, I will give you 1 die because I think the mission follows through on details from your investigation in the sense that there is this submission from Cogs. So I will give you a die for that. So you're up to 2. Does this mission determine the fate of a friend?
No.
I would personally argue yes. Cogs' entire argument was based on not wanting Troyan to get experimented on.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's a double layer to that, bro.
That's fair. I'll give you a die. I'll give you a die for that. I think that's fun. Does the mission's tier exceed the current tier of the investigation track? No, it does not. This is the point where you can make other cases for plus die or minus die. I believe you're up to 3 if I'm counting correctly.
Yeah, or up to 3.
I don't know if this counts, but like I feel like this is kind of like a very, from a narrative point, a very like pulling a lot of our characters together type of thing, at least Troyan and Cogs. And to a certain degree, like Chief is kind of feeling that because Reed's coming along and this is like the moment where like, okay, the old squad commander is here and now I'm acting as the current squad commander, and it's like we're gonna see what that's like. I don't know, does that feel like just in terms of destiny?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
I will give you a die for that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I'm tempted to say that part of that is taking a die away because this is a new situation that Troyan is in. This is the first time that both of them are going out together, but I think I'm gonna say that we don't have to take that die away. I think we can go with 4 and roll it. So who's doing it?
My dice rolls are really bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, mine are so inconsistent.
Logan, if you don't want to do it, I would say it would make sense for Cogs to do it since you have your secret.
I think it makes sense for Cogs to do it.
But
anyway.
there's
I do think it makes sense for Cogs to do it.
Yeah,
I think
I
you're
know.
being the sneaky one.
It's true.
You did this to yourself.
How many dice do I have
3.
to roll?
4d6.
4. I can't
I'm
count.
just gonna get away from not having to roll a single die this session. That's
No
always
such luck.
my goal.
Oh
If
shit!
never
I
have
don't
to
think
open
I
my dice
healed.
bag.
I don't think I ever healed my harm from the Butcher Angel either.
No, I don't believe anyone has done any healing actions
Nope.
on you, and I don't think you've done any on yourself. So
Nope.
That
Sure
is
didn't. I'm still stabbed.
a 6, a 4, a 2, and a 1.
Okay.
6 is
Yeah,
good.
I mean the 6. Yeah, the 6 is all you need. So that is a good result. You are in a controlled position when the action starts and things are going as planned. So that's great news. Yeah, that is fully great news. So you so where we are going to cut to is as you all enter the portal. Actually, well, how are we feeling? Do we want to do a break at this point? We've been going for about an hour.
Yeah.
With tech problems
Can
before
we
that.
do a
So,
break?
yeah, let's do a break.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
Also
do
need
it.
to
All
grab
right.
keys.
Thanks.
So
We'll be back in like 10 minutes. Don't go away. See you real soon.
Get rid of that. So, oh, there we go. It'll go big. There's his head.
Look at his little face. He looks so scrawny.
Do you have that PNG by chance that you
I
can
can
post
find
in
it.
there?
I can find it and I'll just send it to you.
Post it in God Complex and tag Headbot. That's my brother. He will
You know-
turn it into an emote.
Will, you know what Gancitos look like to me?
Hmm.
Is the Twix ice cream bars or the frozen Snickers ice cream
I
bars, but with
love
strawberry
Snickers
jam.
ice cream.
The Snickers
cake.
ice cream bars
The
fucking
Snickers ice cream bars are
slap.
so good.
It's
They
so
are.
good.
These
The
are not
beverage.
frozen though. These are like a snack cake. I just can't explain how good they are.
Jen, what's your go-to like snack? What are your favorite snacks?
Oh God. Choco pies,
Choco Pie's
Mhm.
good.
Choco pies are
Pies
good. Choco pies good.
pepperoni, shrimp crackers.
Oh, yes.
weed. American, like I have it. It's like they're two separate. So
For
like,
sure. Yeah.
for American snacks, I'm like such a sucker for Smart Food popcorn.
Look,
Really?
that shit slaps.
Yeah.
Really?
Do
Yeah.
those? I've been meaning to ask because I get popcorn because they don't have the kernels in them.
Mhm.
Does
Ooh,
the Smart
that's probably
Food have
better.
kernels in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, you got to deal with that. But like, I also really like pistachios. I don't know why. I like the act of pistachioing, I guess. And chestnuts but chestnuts is because when we were in Korea, my mom's uncle we used to just grab them from the backyard. So, because we had to like take a stick and you had to like take your stick and like you had to like step on them. You have to like break them because the shell outside is like
Mhm.
spiky.
Yeah.
Mm.
Pistachios are another one that I will just consume bags at a time of
Do
if
you
they
remember
are
when they were
available to
red?
me. I
Yes.
don't. I do not.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
What?
Huh?
Yeah.
I don't know if I remember that.
My
Pistachios
dad
are
used to eat
green.
them a lot.
My dad did too, but they were
They were
not
red.
red.
Hold on.
They were
Was
dyed
he
red.
was he eating like flavored ones?
No.
No, they used to dye
They used to dye them
pistachios red.
Wild.
Why?
Because you know what's
No.
crazy about that is
That's
that
true.
pistachio ice cream is green.
Right. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
Right, because that's the
Yeah.
color they are.
Right.
They're
Because
like
they're green.
they're like green tinged. They're like
Okay, well that's
A
something
pale,
to blow
pale,
your mind
pale
later.
Green
is
enough.
that-
they're
So-
yeah, they're not as green
yeah.
as pistachio ice cream.
No, they're not. But they are. Yeah, pistachios are really good. And then what else do I like for snacks? I like Klondike bars. And
Yeah.
I love
Klondike bars.
Klondike
Fuck
bars.
shit up for a Klondike
The
bar.
mint chocolate Klondike bars.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
those whip
Yeah.
ass.
yeah.
I miss
But
Choco Tacos with my entire
also-
soul.
Oh,
Don't
those,
say-
yeah.
don't-
They have
don't.
those.
They don't. They've
What?
been discontinued.
Again?
Yeah.
They brought them back.
Yeah. Yeah, they brought 'em
last
back as a
time I
meme.
checked. Last time I checked, which unironically was like a month ago, they were discontinued.
Why does that not surprise me?
Yeah.
Um,
Choco Tacos were the thing when I was a
the
kid.
other thing I get for dessert snacky items is I don't know what company there are, but they're like Greek yogurt bars, and they make like a strawberry with like a chocolate crunch on the outside, and they make like they come in like a purple box.
Is that
I don't know what they're in.
helado?
Maybe.
Okay, because I've bought the helado ice cream bars, which is like also like a Mexican brand, and they are like fruit bars that are dipped in like very thin chocolate layer.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're
they're
good.
good.
They're like 4 different flavors in a box. It's like
Mm.
strawberry, coconut, banana, and one that I'm forgetting.
Mhm, 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 mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
Well, on that note, shall we?
Mhm.
Cool. So when we left off, you were in you have achieved a good result on your starting roll. So when we
Cool.
pick up, when we next see you, you are, I think, we sort of pull back and we see this massive like yawning void stretching out in front of you. And it is dim more than anything else. It is this expanse there. The light that is available is almost like flooding down in like the ocean depths. So that there are these like little beams that kind of cut through the gloom and manage to penetrate enough to illuminate your surroundings here in Tartarus. But everything is just kind of strange and kind of off here. It's hard to get a sense of what is up and what is down, and there is solid mass that's just kind of honeycombed through in these broad, massive, like tunnels almost. Like something carved its way through eons and eons ago. There's this sense that everything is dead. Particulate matter just sort of hangs suspended in the vacuum of the abyss that yawns before you. It's hard to see anything too far ahead. Your range of sight is very limited. Your sensors, the sensors of your engine, are not much better. This is a place of death where everything has died, and it feels like everything will die. It feels quiet. It feels both somehow so full and so empty at the same time. So asleep, but also so dangerous. And that is where you kind of find yourselves moving steadily through, avoiding small bits of like debris that drift in front of you, moving through this like almost sort of fungal particulate that fills Tartarus, the origin of which is completely unknown to you all. Troyan, next to you, you can almost feel, both through your connection and because you were kind of squeezed into this cockpit together, Reed give an involuntary shudder.
It's fine, Reed.
Just didn't think I'd be back so soon.
Me either. I think Troyan will broadcast out to everybody. Comms at a minimum. You want to be quiet in here.
You do want to be quiet in here, but you are also out of range of the Delphi listening in on you. So if there is anything that you want to communicate, now would be the time.
Dogs.
And
You owe me an explanation.
I felt it would have been a little more obvious considering you had the weapon affixed to my beloved Antivorta right in front of you.
I wanted to talk about that. What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, why can't I sense whatever's in that box?
Are you going to say or am I going to say it?
What are we
welcome
saying?
to.
Cogs has got an Elysium injector on his arm. That doesn't work.
Elysium.
It doesn't work. I don't know what you're doing with it.
No, it sure doesn't.
Are you trying out a new vibe, Cogs?
No.
No, he's not.
It's an experiment. I asked Odin for a favor, and he obliged.
Odin?
Experiment.
I need you to trust me.
I need you to
I'm
explain
taking-
before I trust anything.
I'm taking a calculated risk.
What's in the tube?
I can't tell you.
Who
Yes, you can.
calculated risk?
Cogs, what is in there going to kill us?
No, in fact, in theory, it will. In theory, it will help us a great deal.
How?
I don't know yet. I'm following a
Great.
hunch.
Reed, you remember that little thought we had earlier?
Uh,
How do you get more of us?
well,
I'm not going to make myself into one of you.
Oh, no, 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 no. But you're going to inject that into something.
Wait, is that goo?
Gotta be. It's the only thing they would be hiding from me.
Don't you have like spidey sense or something when it comes to that
Yeah.
stuff?
And that's a blank space.
Is it you?
Nope.
It's not Troy.
Everything I got is in Reed right now, keeping him alive.
All right. Mhm.
I just need you guys to trust me.
Well,
What-
you didn't trust us because you're carrying around a secret. So
No, Odin doesn't
That's-
trust us.
It's not what this is.
looks like a secret to me.
But it's not because I don't trust you. I would tell you if I could.
And you can't
In
lie.
fact, I told Chief before I was told not to say anything about it. So I can't tell you anything.
I think that Dangun like visibly turned to like,
Yeah,
look
like-
at Chief.
like Ati and Dengun both just.
You did what? Chief?
Chief.
He got okay to talk with Odin, but I don't think they... Cogs, I'm trusting you here.
Thank you, Chief.
Now, the two of you, I'm trusting you to know to put the bullet if you need to.
Fuck. All right. Grace, that goes double for me and Reed right now. The wrong thing gets hands on us, and
Let's...
All you three have to do is
Yeah, I'll
focus
just
on the
kill
mission.
everybody. Fine.
no, run.
Let's put a priority on the mission here. First
What is
step...
the mission, Cogs?
No, no. Cogs is doing his own thing. But
Yeah.
that's not what's important. What's important, our mission. And Cogs, I need you to focus on this. We have to recover this spark, whatever it is. Everything else is secondary.
Yeah.
I wasn't planning on getting in the way of that.
I know you're not planning on getting in the way. I'm telling you that if I see you not doing that, I will consider you a liability.
People never plan on getting in the way. That would be rude.
A
It's
liability,
an
no,
accident.
it's a
It happens by
liability, so-
accident.
Let's not crowd the comms too much.
Yeah. Wouldn't want to call anything to us, would we?
Just keep yourself within eyesight. I just tag each other, know where you are, ping off each other. Don't go too far.
About that. And I think you, like, Ati has always appeared like a oil slick against the night sky, like the galaxy. Ati's fucking invisible in this space. You can't see Ati.
Have we entered the breach, or are we just standing outside of it?
I think we're in.
Yeah, sorry, you are fully in Tartarus
Yeah.
at this point. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You only
Did-
know where Ati is right now because Ati's letting you know where they are.
Okay. We're in a time dilated space, so the sooner we move, the better.
Correct.
I never mind. It doesn't matter. That's not technically true.
The dilation isn't the problem, Cogs.
Well, no, it's just we're in a time dilated space. It's going to dump us out whenever it feels like. It doesn't actually
Correct.
matter how quickly we
I
move.
would like for you all to not go mad in the meantime.
I've gone mad 1,000 times at least. Not in here. I mean, sometimes in here, but not because of.
I have. It's great. Let's go.
All right. And I think at that point you kind of sense that you're drawing close to your target, that you are approaching the spark that was sensed by the Delphi's instruments, sort of leaking energy out of the breach. You are not very deep in at this point. It seems likely to me that this is probably Grace's first time being sent on a mission into Tartarus, but Chief, you've probably been deeper than this. This is still pretty surface level as far as Tartarus is concerned.
Mm-hmm.
These missions are not very common, but they are not unheard of either. Troy, obviously you've been here in Cogs. I just assume you've done everything at one time or another. You sense that the spark is pretty nearby. You're getting pretty close. So you kind of like shut down your comms chatter for the moment, and as you kind of come to a bend in this like massive tunnel that's so large it almost feels incorrect to call it a tunnel. It's more almost just like there is, debris over your heads and debris under you and debris kind of closing in on every side of you, sort of pressing in somewhat oppressively. You kind of come to this almost like corner where you follow the way that like the walls of debris are leading you, and in turning that corner, you come into view of this mass floating there, just sort of drifting in and out, and it looks like pretty much like everything else here at Tartarus, that it was once the part of something bigger. It looks like just a piece of like shattered, maybe even planet. If you had to guess, it's big. It's bigger than I would say it's bigger than the Delphi, smaller than a moon, and you can see that there are crumbling structures on it that remain, like archways and like columns, maybe what once were buildings. It's kind of hard to say. The architecture looks ancient, and you can detect the ping coming from this.
That's not normal, is it? That's like a whole place.
Yeah, no, that's plenty normal.
I've seen them every once in a while, but it's not common.
I used to sleep on them. They were a little safer.
How close are we to our little spark?
Pretty much right on top of it. It's down there. It's on that chunk, essentially.
Okay, team. Let's go.
All right. Cool. So you begin descending down slightly, although direction really has no meaning here. Yes, Troyan.
Can I take a look around and make sure there's nothing close?
Yeah, you have a very good starting position, so I think that is fair.
Okay.
What do you want to roll?
Not transcended yet, so I'm kind of like, if I can like call out like how, maybe it's more that I call out how, like I use conceal and I call out how best to conceal ourselves rather than and just assume something's close by, or
Yeah, I think that depends what it is that you are trying to do. If you're trying to be stealthy, I think conceal would be the way to go. You could also transcend. There's not a time limit. There's just a limited number of actions you can take. while you were transcended. If you want to use a transcended action on this, you could do it now.
No, I'm gonna hold off.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try and help conceal us.
Okay.
Okay. Double force.
Okay. That is mixed, I believe, right?
Yeah, I think.
4 or 5. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I mean, you feel like you do it. I think in the sense, are you doing this like with your engine, or are you kind of just giving people verbal guidance?
I think Ati is practically invisible, so I think she and Reed are just like zipping in between everybody and like physically moving them
Sure.
between, like, kind of hiding, like being a barrier between lines of sight for the other mechs, even though they're malleable, so they can change their shape a little bit so they can kind of match the profile to kind of keep,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So then, yeah, you kind of do that. You help the rest of you drift down towards the planet, and all too soon, the feet of your engines hit the surface of this this piece of a planet, and it kicks up like dust, debris, as you would expect, which just kind of hangs in the air because physics works very strange in Tartarus. It's almost more like being underwater than it is being in space. So the dust kind of gets kicked up and it just kind of hangs there before it slowly starts to like drift away in these unseen currents, or fall back down onto the surface to exactly where it was resting before. And yeah, you approach the source of the ping, and you see what looks like maybe it was once a building of some kind. What was once maybe like it was certainly a structure at one point. It almost looks like a mausoleum, although you're not certain if that's what it was.
Is this building like the size of our mechs, or is it like human size?
No, it's about the size of one of your engines.
Where's the door?
There is not a visible door, but there are archways that look like they've sort of been sealed shut. Again, the way that a mausoleum might. So it doesn't look like there's a way to open it, but you could break it down.
Grace, Chief. Y'all punch hard.
It's true.
Okay. Grace, are you ready? Let's do it.
So Grace, if you are transcending, which is up to you, you took the transcendent ability where your scale increases. So when you transcend, Dangun gets a lot bigger and a lot stronger.
Yeah. I want to do that. I want to make him really big so he can punch it all down.
Hell yeah. Okay. All right. Awesome. Then in that case, I think that is probably a group action, since it is the two of you.
Okay.
Will,
Yes.
in the moment of their striking the door, can I just kick my power up just a little bit?
Yeah, you can.
Yippee!
And I don't think you have to roll for that. So, okay, let's see here. Right, when you're doing teamwork, so when you assist each other, so in this case, because Grace is transcending, Chief, are you assisting Grace?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah, okay, so then you're gonna mark a stress and give Grace an extra die. Yeah. Since it's just you, that's teamwork. If there were multiple of you, that would be a group action.
Does Grace have any harm?
Don't believe so.
Okay.
I think we healed
Okay.
Grace.
Yeah.
Okay, because whenever I assist, you get to mark 1 on your recovery clock. But if you're good, you're good.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Thank you though.
Cool. Grace, what do you want to roll for this?
Since I'm transcending, can I roll? I would argue flow, if that's okay.
I think flow makes sense. Yeah, flow or defy, since you're doing
Yeah.
like a physical kind of attacky
Yeah,
thing.
but I don't have any check marks in that one.
I know. That's totally fine. Yeah, so if we can go with flow. You'll
Okay.
roll 3 die because Chief is assisting you.
Okay. This 6, a 1, and a 6.
That's a crit. That's great.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you punch the door or where the mausoleum opens, and you fully just like sort of demolish the building. Like you hit it with enough force that the mausoleum like shatters into its composite pieces, and they all just sort of fly back slightly before they lose momentum because of Tartarus weirdness. But like you fully shatter it, and they fly back. That kicks up a fair amount of like dust and debris that fills the air, but as that starts to dissipate, you all look, and what you see when the dust clears, maybe you expect to see the body of a god, the husk of an engine, hard to say, but what you see instead is this device. It almost looks more like a barrel than anything else, sort of cobbled together from various tech and components. You can feel, probably most acutely, Troy and you, because you feel these things. And also, I think, Grace, because you are transcended. The energy of a spark radiating out from it. Almost like maybe one was removed from the body that it comes from.
It's a fucking trap.
Tryon, as you say that,
Oh no.
you have a good position on this, and you are forewarned, and you succeeded on your conceal roll. So, when the massive iron, like wrought iron, pitted, rusted, disgusting looking harpoon, fully large enough to pierce one of your engines and come out the other side, slams into the dirt of the planet right next to you, Grace, with a chain attached to it. You are all ready.
Yep.
And that means that as you turn and you look ahead, you look overhead, you see descending through the murky depths of Tartarus towards you, kind of like coming out from behind these floating bits of debris and things like that, a series of ships. Maybe 4 or 5 of them. It's a little hard to tell. It's a little chaotic, and it's a little hard to count at the moment. They are boxy, and I think any of you that any of you that are at all familiar with like spacecraft design and build and things like that would recognize that these are sort of like prison security ships that have been. They are old, and they are in bad condition. They have been modified, so they look like these sort of boxy prison security vehicles, starfighters essentially, but larger. The kind of device, the kind of ships that prior to the breach, prior to the Leviathans coming out and starting to like devour life, would have been used to transport prisoners and also defend themselves against pirates or anyone trying to like free those criminals or things like that. So these prison security ships, but they have been modified. They've been patched up, ugly patchwork jobs. They're like jagged, misshapen in some places, rusted, pitted, much like the harpoon that sort of slammed into the dirt next to you. and they have been painted also in these like rough iconographies of various horrific shapes that you are confident are meant to resemble leviathans. And you know in that moment that you have been descended on by the only quote-unquote living residents of Tartarus. The human offshoots who've come to live here, warped and changed by the abyssal energies that permeate this place. The purged.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
Cool.
Transcend?
It's a trap. We
Absolutely.
need to get out of here.
It is a trap. It is fully a trap. Yeah, are you running or are you trying to fight? I guess would be the first question.
Can I grab the harpoon?
Yeah. Do you wanna
Yeah.
grab it? It is fully attached on a chain to the ship that fired it. What do you want to do with that? Do you want to pull the ship closer, swing it around? What's your plan?
I think I want to swing it around by the chain and like throw it back at them.
Okay, throw it at a different ship. I love that.
Yeah.
What do you want to roll for that action? You could probably make another case for flow. That's very flowy, I feel.
I feel like that's so flowy for Grace, like at this point. Or
Can I assist that?
analyze. But either way, it's stars, and they're both the same.
Yeah, for what you want to do, flow definitely makes more sense to me. Troy, and if
Okay.
you want to assist,
Yes, please.
I think that is fair. You would spend a stress, you would take a stress, or you could spend a
Yep.
link if you have one. I don't know that you
I
have
don't.
one for, yeah. So you can take a stress and you can give Grace a bonus die.
Yeah.
So that would put you up to 3 dice again, Grace, if you want to roll that.
Okay.
And I'd say that this is probably standard effect. I would say this is a standard effect, and I would say this is a risky position. You're not desperate yet. Oh. Did they both just turn their cameras off, or did we lose them?
No, everybody's here.
Who's who?
I lost. Oh, you're
Hello?
okay.
Oh,
Sorry,
really?
you-
Weird.
JT and Logan disappeared off
I'm alive.
off of OBS for a second, but you're back.
I noticed, but I was fully here.
Yeah, everyone
Yeah,
was fully
I didn't
here.
have the video ninja call up, so I just saw you disappear. Okay, yes. So Grace, you can roll 3 dice for that.
I got a 4, a 2, and a 2.
Okay. All right. So that's a mixed success.
We'll take a mixed success.
We'll take a mixed success. I think that is so fair. So yeah, you grab the chain that is attached to this ship, this harpoon, and you, because Dangun is now by far the largest of any of your team's engines, you kind of like whip the chain around and you swing the one ship towards the other one. It crashes into the other ship.
Oh, yeah.
Neither one of them are fully destroyed, but they do slam into each other. These ships were made to be sturdy, and also they have just been sort of like reinforced by like welding on like just
Mhm.
layers and layers and layers of like scrap metal. So they crash into each other. They both kind of like careen off into other directions. It's going to take them a second to like reorient themselves. I think I will also say, because it's a mixed success, the chain snaps. And so you still kind of have that harpoon in your hand if you decide you want to do something with it, or you can just throw it away, but they don't have that weapon anymore. The idea, as you can tell from these ships, they have plenty of other weapons, but one thing that they are specifically designed to do, and if you've run into them before, you've seen this, is they fire these into your engines as a way to kind of immobilize you and hold you still, so that they can like call the Leviathans to come eat you.
Yeah.
So yeah. Grace, yeah, you fully like take 2 of the 5 ships out for a second while they kind of like reorient themselves and assess their current damage.
Gore.
Yeah. What would anybody else like to do?
I don't think I necessarily need to do anything mechanical, but like you
Okay.
should be seeing Chief has taken his wrench and is scattering his drones to help assist. To give like some context, I have 3 links with Cogs and 3 links with Troyan.
Mm-hmm.
Which means I can use them to give you like an extra die on your actions.
Oh,
So
okay.
whatever
Cool,
the
cool,
two
cool, cool.
you guys want to do, I can give you an extra die.
That's
I could
good.
also
We're gonna
I could
need it.
also use them to remove my stress. Just a thing I can do. But I don't know if I need to.
Don't we
someone
not
just-
want you to remove stress right now?
No, removing stress. Well,
Because
it works in reverse in this, and when you're eclipsed. So
Yeah.
I
And when
build
you remove-
stress.
Yeah. And,
It's-
but if you fill your track, you die, right?
If it goes
Empty your
to
track.
0, I die.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Or I get lost to the darkness, or all kinds of fun narrative ways
Right.
that Chief is not allowed to play anymore. The other thing that could help is if someone shows me something pure and beautiful. So, if one of the 3 of you want to show Chief something pure and beautiful about themselves or the world, that'd be great.
And
We're
you
in
know,
hell.
there's so much pure and beautiful about this world that
We're
we've
in hell.
created here.
I have a pitch.
Okay.
Cogs is going to transcend as well and let that be another energy beacon for mission number 2.
Yep.
But they are going to pull the clockwork blades off of the front of Antivorta, and they are going to try to get at the weak points of the 3rd ship between all the scrap metal. Because there's one
Okay.
thing Cogs is above all else, it's an engineer.
Yeah, that's so fair. Okay. Are you trying to are you trying to do anything mechanical with that, or just transcend?
Transcend and then followed up with a strike.
Right. Okay. Cool.
At ship number 3.
Okay. What do you want to roll for that?
I'd like to roll analyze, since this is based
Interesting.
on
Yeah.
looking for a
I
weak point.
think that is fair. Chief, are you giving Cogs a die?
Yep, I will spend one of my links.
Okay.
Basically, one of the scarabs has linked directly with Antivorta and is like sending extra data to help you analyze that.
Hell yeah. All right. So that is 2 dice.
Yes. The extra die is needed because I have 2 level 2 harms.
Oh yeah. What is that?
So I have
That's a
3
minus.
pips in analyze. 2 minus 1 die for
Oh,
level
okay.
2 harm brings me to 1 die, and then Chiefs brings me back up to 2.
Correct. Okay. Cool.
And that is a 6 and a 4.
Okay, cool. So then, yeah, the six rides, you succeed fully. So yeah, you accomplish what you set out to do, and you set off another sort of like power pulse in the process, which I think you would all kind of sense. That's not something Antivorta normally does. Like, Antivorta's not usually louder than any of you. But in this case, for whatever reason, maybe it's because, Antivorta's been damaged for such a long time. They're just leaking power. It's very loud. So Cogs, you rolled analyze. You were trying to figure out like weak points and things like that.
Yeah, they were essentially, because they're a blade wielder, they need to look for specific spots
Okay.
in the armor to strike. That was
Makes
so
total sense.
their goal is to look for a place to strike.
Yeah, fully awesome. You fly forward towards this ship that's remaining. I think it opens up with these energy weapons, just sort of like firing these like bolts of pure energy at you. which you are kind of able to like deflect, and they sort of ping off of the metallic parts of Antivorta, the Elysium that covers Antivorta. And as you draw close, they fire their own harpoon, just sort of in like this desperate last thing. Yeah, I'm picturing you kind of like corkscrew around it.
Yeah, sword
yeah.
fully out.
Yeah. And then you just kind of like slam into the ship, and you do it so precisely and with such force that you like just sort like it's that sort of like beam of light where you like go in one side and then you just sort of lance out the other side. And the ship, part of the ship, you fully, because you succeeded on that analyze roll, you fully go through like the engine room, and you basically explode their engines as you go. So like the back half of the ship explodes and you keep going. The rest of you would start to see the purged themselves from inside the ship, kind of like venting out into the abyss. And as they stream out, in some ways, they resemble Troyan and Reed in the sense that they are sort of, like also almost lacking any pigmentation. Their hair is dark, their nails are dark. But what sets them apart is that they have been fully kind of like mutated and warped by Tartarus. They are not, there's no symmetry to them. Arms, like right arms are bigger than left arms. Limbs may be completely missing. Faces may be completely like misshapen and missing things as well. They have just been completely warped by being here. For such a long time. And yeah, they fled out of the back of the ship, venting out into open Tartarus. Cool. Tryon, you haven't done anything yet.
No, and I said I was transcending, but I'm not actually.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Troyan knows this trap.
Mhm.
Troyan's... I think frantically in Reed's head is like, stay quiet. Just stay quiet. And I think she's going to call out, hide to everyone else. And then I'm going to hide.
Okay, that's interesting. All right, yeah. Okay, so where are you hiding?
If I can get back up to the mouth of the tunnel we came out of, that's where I would prefer to hide.
Okay, all right, fair. Yeah, you could try to do that. I mean, it's okay. Less hard for Ahti because you blend in so easily around here. It's going to be tricky for the rest of your group. But yeah. Okay, so go ahead and roll conceal.
Okay.
I mean, I assume it's conceal unless you want to make a case for something else.
No, it is conceal. I also did forget earlier that I should have been rolling -1 die because I am still stabbed.
Is that level 2 harm?
Yeah, I have
Okay.
1 level 2 harm, so
Gotcha.
I
Yeah.
don't know if I need
Alright.
both of them, but yeah.
I can spend
Okay.
another link to give you another die.
I get a die already for conceal.
So
Yep.
That would bring me back up to 2.
and then -1, so you'd be back down to 1, but
Okay.
you wouldn't be
fine.
rolling 2 and taking the lowest.
Okay,
Okay.
let's do that.
Okay.
Q. How'd you do?
I got a 3.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. All
Yeah,
right,
I
Ahti,
did.
you call out over the comms channel, hide. I feel like maybe you're almost panicking a little bit because like you're back here, and maybe it's your connection with Reed, but you're just like flooded with all of these like awful memories of existing here in Tartarus.
And I distinctly remember there being a moment with the Butcher Angel thing where it was heavily implied that Marina is leading the fucking prison full of Homo Abyssus.
Could be.
Yep.
Could be.
I
Yeah.
don't know if that timeline is accurate.
Yeah. Who does? I mean, I'm not even sure you know that there was a. Oh, you do know that there's a second timeline.
I do know there's
yeah,
a second
Cogs did
timeline
tell
because
you
she
that, but
killed me.
yeah, she did. She did. All right, cool. Yeah, so you're kind of like panicking, I think, and I think like
little,
Reed.
yeah.
Reed is almost like begging with you. He's kind of like stop, think, like you're panicking. And unfortunately, it is too little, too late, because it's maybe a good thing you're not transcended, as two from the remaining ships, two of those like chained harpoons, just like from either side, fully just stab through Ati's torso. All of you see as Ati is just like simultaneously impaled from two sides by these chain harpoons as they are trying to, as she's trying to flee to get to safety, and it's just kind of like hanging there between these ships. At that moment, you feel almost like a ripple, almost like of a heavy footstep, which you wouldn't feel here in Tartarus, but you feel this ripple of just pure, like the air itself has been disturbed by something stirring, something massive stirring for the first time in a very long time. It kind of stops you cold. You feel it spread across your engines, and those of you who are transcended and connected to the spark of your god corpse feel the instinctive, the primal panic at the edge of your mind that every living thing feels when it encounters its natural predator, as the Leviathan begins to stir. That's where we're going to end this episode of God Complex.
Hey, I want to do things. I want to save my friends.
I want you to do things, but it's 11 and I don't want to keep people too late.
Only 10 where I'm at.
10 more minutes.
10 more minutes.
Look, I'll defer to everybody else, but I feel like that was a pretty cool cliffhanger for next time.
Gonna yeet Izzy into this.
Yeah, you're gonna do like some time dilation shit, and it's like, it's been 14 years.
Finally.
Just jotting down notes. Amazing. All right, well, let's go ahead and go through and let everybody know who you are, where they can find you, what you got going on, and then we'll probably raid somebody. JT, you'll go last so that you can.
Yes, I will.
Do all the stuff. I guess I will go first, since that makes sense, I guess. Hi, hello, my name is Will. I was your storyteller. This evening, I'm the storyteller of God Complex. Oh, look who's here. Look who showed up just in time.
Is it
The
Felipe?
baby!
Come here.
Oh,
Say hi.
Him so large.
Yeah.
Look at him.
okay.
Big
Actually,
boy.
realistically, Frodo's not as small as he once was.
No, it's true.
No.
Yeah.
He's got baby face, though. Like,
He still got baby face.
he's got baby face. Look at this friend. Look at this friend.
My children are all in their
Wanna-
beds, so I don't have any at hand.
Oh, you're not purring. All right. Yeah, it's too hot for me to hold you. I agree. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Will. I was your storyteller for this evening. I'm the storyteller of God Complex. You can find me on Blue Sky at a Will M Scream, or mostly over at Live from the Apocalypse, the not-for-profit TTRPG studio that I co-founded and still do most of my stuff at, this game notwithstanding, and the thing that JT is going to talk about notwithstanding. Yeah, that's mostly where you can find me. If you want to find out more information, it's the link tree Live from the Apocalypse. If you go like Live from the Apocalypse, you'll find it. I think livefromtheapocalypse.com works. We've been doing a lot of fun stuff over there in the Discord, like watching wrestling on Monday nights and other stuff like that. We got some new projects in the work as well coming out. If you want information about that, you can do that. What am I doing? Tuesday, I think the next thing that I have, aside from, again, what JD is going to talk about, is on Tuesday over at Life from the Apocalypse, where I will be running the Sayer House 6, which is a Monster of the Week game about a group of foster siblings who grew up in a haunted house and are now trapped in that same haunted house as adults. So it's fun. You should check it out. You might recognize some faces or face over there. But that's it for me. Cass?
That's me. I am Yoda Almighty. I sometimes remember that my Blue Sky exists. But you can find me in the Discords for most of the servers I'm about to mention. All of the servers I'm about to mention. Let's see. Where will I be next? I will be over on Live from the Apocalypse 2 days in a row next week. On Wednesday, we are in our Klingon era for our Star Trek Adventures game. Mac is guest starring. It's great. Nothing's going bad at all. There's a plague. And then the next day we are so back, baby, for Redacted. The haunted duplexes are loose. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And then on Sunday and alternating every 2 weeks from there, I'm over on Tales from the Table Studios for our Fabula Ultima game, Sundered Skies. I'm playing just the littlest of guys. I look like a haunted little Victorian doll child. It's great. She's precious. And then JT was in this game with me on Tuesday. I am running one of the tables of our Sentai and Sensibility campaign over on Tales from the Table Studios. I am traumatizing my players. It's great. And you will find us there alternating Tuesdays. The second table is not this Friday, tomorrow, but the following Friday, and alternating Fridays from there, run by Grim with one of my players and 3 others. And I highly recommend it. It's one big campaign. We're set in 1816. They're in 1897, and absolutely no ramifications in the time stream have happened already. Nothing whatsoever. And let's see. And then I will obviously be back here. And I think that's it, because that's all that's written on my calendar.
All right. Logan.
Hello all, my name is Logan, also known as Hollow Orange. You can find me on the internet under that name in all kinds of places. I have played Chief, I have been angry and sad all at the same time. You can catch me in a few places, but realistically you're probably going to catch me on Bloom and Blight, where I play Wolfsbane. We just had an episode released today, so good timing. You can still go ahead and check us out. Since last we played, we were announced to be selected for New Jersey Webfest, so reasons to listen to us. We were also selected for New Zealand Webfest, so apparently if you have new in the front of your name, you like us. I don't know. New Amsterdam, I'm coming for you.
Newfoundland.
Outside of that, you can catch me at Apocalyptic Unlimited. We're an all POC TTRPG art collective that is working on to raise the voices of all POC within the TTRPG space. Keep your eye on that space, because we have a couple projects in the they're in the water. We're gonna see if they float. That's how life is, right? Outside of that, you can also catch my son. This is Riffraff. I don't really announce his existence to the world so much, but Riffraff loves all of you. Look, he's looking at the camera with such adoration, or whatever. But this is Riffraff. He's beautiful, and he also loves you. And good night.
Love Riffraff. Jen?
Hi, I'm Jen. I do things on the internet. I'm mostly on Blue Sky and TikTok. Those are the places I like to yell into the void. I like to troll on threads because that's fun and gets them very angry, and I kind of feed off of that. So anyway, I have really nothing coming up that I can talk about, but I'm recording some stuff this weekend that's really exciting and involves vampires, and I have some other stuff in limbo, but and the thing that Will talked about earlier, I'm also in that thing, so there, go see that. Okay, bye.
JT.
Hi, I'm JT. You can find me all over the internet at WeebG. You can also find me all over the internet at Entropy Emporium, because this is technically my channel. I say technically because it runs itself at this point. Anyway, you can find me. I'm right. You know I am right.
It's not true. Whatever.
You can see me in Sentai and Sensibility every other Tuesday, including last Tuesday, but not next Tuesday, as Carlisle Vicori, the saddest man in England. That's the whole character pitch. You can also find me every other week here, and every other week on Fridays, except tomorrow because of Gen Con, running the Weird Wilds War, which is our 5e homebrew actual play campaign, starring a very lovely cast of people whom I care and love a lot. This Saturday, we have a very big and cool and awesome thing coming up. You can watch a trailer of it on our YouTube channel and in our various social medias. Star Shard, our shonen-themed actual play, is finally here. The set design is beautiful. The characters are as shonen as they get. I am so excited for this table. You can catch us live at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time on Saturday with this wonderful table. It is going to be an absolute ball of a first episode. I am very excited, and thank you to my wonderful cast for that table for putting up with me for this long. It happened, and that's all that I can really say about it. It's going to be very fun.
I'm excited. I want to jump in before you do the entropy stuff, just to go on record and say that I do take it personally. I refuse to be one-upped, and so I'm going to have to make Cogs sadder than Carlisle. Sorry,
You can't.
Don't say
Now,
that
see,
to me.
I'm gonna take that as a challenge.
Oh no.
Carlisle's already having liquid breakfast.
Yeah.
They met Carlisle in their apartment surrounded by empty bottles.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
Listen, sorry. I refuse to be one-upped.
God damn it, Will. Okay.
Anyway, that's us. You can hang out with us on Discord. You can catch all the episodes that you missed on YouTube. They are, for the most part, all playlisted. I still need to playlist some of the latest ones. Also need to go through and do some editing on the last T-Cov episode because we had some silly tech issues. We are not going to be doing a raid today. I had some trouble finding a table to raid for reasons that I will not get into because they will be too ranty. But thank you for joining us, and we hope you will see you in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.